yo, what up, Good morning, GMG. Monday, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. December 16th, 2020. Four. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. Oh my Lord, in the history of being back. I don't think we've ever been this back. Tyler, good morning. How you doing today?
We've never been backer, Farokh, than we are right now. And this weekend cemented it. And man, what a weekend it was.
What a weekend.
For Bitcoin, for Pingus, for all of the ETH NFTs, we are back. And this is going to be a big week.
Yo, it's dude. I mean, dude, Gary V, bro. No, right now. Let's first do the intros and then get to the cover because we gotta talk about it, dude. Gary V comes back, and what does he buy? A fucking cool cat. Do you know the scenes in my household yesterday when that happened? I mean, that was like the craziest thing to me. Like, it's like Gary V, but of all people. He comes back and it's a fucking cool guy. Dude, that was crazy to me. I thought it would be a punk, right? Or something like that, usually to send a signal. Or Penguin, mind you. Because it's, Penguin's coming, it's 100K, it's kind of a flex, right? Not kind of, it is a flex at this stage, 150K. But no, a cool cat. Anyways, so that was really the highlight yesterday. Anyways, all right, today on the show today, look, we don't have Mando. He's at the dentist. So for all the Portugal haters out there, yes, there are dentists in Lisbon. Boom. Okay. And so Mando's out, Tyler and I in. And so we're going to go through the market quickly. We had quite the pump yesterday with Bitcoin hit another all-time high. It's edging, man. It's edging. We may hit more highs on the show, by the way. It's still 106K. So let's talk about this stuff. NFTs are back. We have to talk a lot about NFTs today, Tyler. We gotta do extensive NFT conversation, especially ahead of Pingu tomorrow. Just a quick question. Do you guys have an echo on my end or is it me?
I don't have an echo.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And then, so let's talk about Pingu and everything. Rumor has it, a flightless birdie told me that we may have a massive show tomorrow morning. So we won't go too deep into Pingu today. A flightless Flappy Bird hit me up about coming on tomorrow morning. And then last but not least, there's no last but not least. There's no guest, right? Sorry, I'm like so out of it today. I'm like so hyped. No, there's no guest. Amazing. So show partners, as usual, this show is powered by Galaxis. Galaxis. Where's my... I need to just save these things, man. Or just lend them my heart. Jesus Christ. I sent them to myself so that I could stop asking Sims to like bring him up for me every time. And
always on the banners on the right hand side. You can see them.
Is it?
Inside StreamYard.
Oh, with seamless built-in monetization tools, Galaxis enables development of sustainable long-term communities, fulfilling Bitcoin's vision of decentralized. Your thing is going too slow. For me, so the freedom and independence from centralized control. Check them out, Galaxis XYZ. They're also the team that behind the Trump cards. Speaking of which, man, Trump is really, really, really sending our bags. We're gonna have to talk about this, and of course, show is also powered by Fairside Network. Short and sweet. You want to avoid getting wrecked? Get your NFTs, get your crypto insured. Fairside.xyz. They have a product coming out this month, and they're good people. So, anyways, Tyler. Let's go right into you here with the recap because I feel like you have a lot to talk about.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Volatility on FOMO hour calls the kid can't.
Yeah. Farokh, you let us in. Trump's recent strategic Bitcoin reserve comments are being credited for this latest surge. Bitcoin over 105,000, closing back in on 106,000 and a new all-time high. At the same time, his World Liberty Fi team just continues to buy ETH DeFi tokens. Ondo, their latest buy, and it seems like all of DeFi on ETH has been pumping in the past week because of that hype. Man, the hype is real. It jumped another 20% on the day to 26. I think it might actually be closer to 27 now, up over 100% on the week. MicroStrategy made it into the NASDAQ 100, pushing that stock up over 400. Also, Michael Saylor, the news came out this morning. He bought more Bitcoin, folks, this time at an average of 100,000 and 300. So he just continues to buy. It's just a weekly occurrence at this point. And then an interesting headline that I did see over the weekend, crypto developer activity is soaring in Asia, which is now home to 32% of total dev activity in crypto.
Wow.
And guess what those devs favor? They favor Solana over ETH. So I think that is an important data point. In token airdrop and protocol news, OpenSea registered in the Cayman Islands, sparking wide speculation that an OpenSea token may indeed be coming. Folks, that also probably kicked off the weekend. Abstract announced its mainnet launch for January 2025. Mocha versus Mocha token was listed on Upbit, the Korean exchange, and briefly soared 3x to 4 billion before settling around 2 billion this morning. And then, folks, shout out to Myriad user growth soaring with this Pudgy Penguin contest. I think 1,000 new users live active in the program in the protocol yesterday. So love to see that. In AI and crypto news, the overall AI market cap held steady at 10.6 billion, though most leaders were red except for virtuals. Man, virtuals up another 17% to 2.9 billion. That's leading top AI. That's leading almost every alt in crypto except for Hype. I think Hype is the only token on the board that outperformed virtual. Farokh also is just an absolute monster, ripping another 30%. I saw it at 840 ahead of the show. Memes AI, Kiki, Mana, Saint, Fava, and Zods were top movers on the AI board, all up 40 to 90%. Farokh leading mind share. AI XBT still next. AI XBT is hanging around. And then Ongo and Quant continue to lead smart engagement. In memes and NFTs, meme coin majors were red on the day. It seems to be just the continuing trend. They closed it down 10 to 20% week. Peanuts owner issued a cease and desist letter to Binance accusing him of violation. So he's not happy.
Oh my God, this is so weird.
In NFTs, it's all green. So for starters, $57 million in NFT volume on Ethereum on the day. We just printed basically the highest week since March of 2024. And even those numbers, I don't really count.
Bitcoin just hit another high.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jesus. And so ETH volume is cooking. All the leaders were green. Punks are even. Pudgies were basically even, but everything else down the board up 30 to 50% or more. Pudgies saw 3 sales at over 100 ETH yesterday, 3 of the top 10 sales of all time. And then, oh yeah, Pingu's coming tomorrow.
Oh yeah, baby. Do I get Pingu for this thing?
If you scan the QR code, register.
There is so many toys. You guys can't see, but these 2 boxes, there's like 2, they're like behind each other. There's like so many toys in these things. It's like endless amount of toys. I love it. It's the original toys.
Those might be 5-figure boxes. You're gonna have to go through those.
Okay, nice. Okay, very nice, very nice. I'm definitely hoping for that. That would be fun. Anyways, all right, Tyler, listen. Let's start with Big Daddy Bitcoin here. Let's start with Big Daddy Bitcoin here because it's trying to push for another all-time high as we're talking on the show. So clearly something's working. So strategic reserve, huh? You know what's crazy to me is like the man is still president to be, right? To be or not to be, right? That is the question. But he definitely will be president on January 16th, I believe, right? And so he's talking about the strategic reserve, talking about how, Bitcoin is going to be at $150,000 very early in his presidency. His son, Eric, pretty sure is the VP of his campaign, right? Talking about $1 million Bitcoin under his father's presidency. And the weekend, exactly a week from now, we're talking about 92K Bitcoin. Jan 20th. Thank you, Jello Bites. So look at this. I mean, who would have thought, right? That we're at another all-time high today.
I know like the catchphrase is like, this time is different is a silly thing to say. And you're always wrong when you say that. But my God, this time feels different. Like we are entering a pro-crypto American administration where crypto has been shunned and actively kept down for years, and that's about to flip. It seems like a strategic Bitcoin reserve is very, very non-zero to happen at this point. And even if it doesn't happen at a national level, we already have states doing it. So Texas is pursuing it, Pennsylvania is pursuing it. So that chatter is growing by the day. And Bloomberg, Bitcoin is all over their terminal this morning.
Yeah.
All
really?
headlines are Bitcoin. So like the signals are just getting so much louder. And if you are a boomer or someone who's been sidelined and you saw the 100K number and you're like, I'll get to it in January. Now you're seeing 106,000. And you're like, your heart starts to race a little bit. You're like, oh shit, am I going to miss the move? And like, that's where a potential like Santa rally, FOMO rally can really start to accelerate. It's like, I know that feeling because that's where I was in December 2020, because I had made the decision to buy, but I was slow and I wasn't like actually going down.
We have the same story. Yeah.
And then you see it at 23K, and the next day is 24K, and then the next day is 25K, and you're like, oh God.
And you're like, wait, I'm starting to become late to this thing. And you're like, wait, why am I waiting for an arbitrary date to start buying, like Jan 1st, 2021? Like, why are you waiting for this like number on the board when you can just buy it now? That was me in December 2020. I had done like a ton of research on it. I was super bullish on it. I just never bought because I didn't have the balls to buy crypto until like really late. Well, I thought it was late. Clearly, I think we fixed that. But you know, it's never too late to get involved in this industry, which is really like the big lesson here. And you're right. And guess what? 106K is not enough to FOMO them in. Well, they'll love it 125K on Christmas Eve. So you know, yeah, it's just gonna keep going.
So many people are just racing to figure out where the top is. And I think there is a very real scenario where like this is the first, like 100K is the first inning in the march to $1 million, which is a multi-year march. Like I'm not saying that's going to happen, you know, rapidly.
The waddle to $1 million continues. I mean, look at this. Is this all-time high again?
Are we live hitting all-time highs during the
106, 180? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just did again. Yeah, I mean,
Kobe posted yesterday in the very near future, we're going to see new all-time highs every single day.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens.
That's what happens in bull markets. And I think people still have bear market PTSD.
Actually, they do, because I was talking to a good friend of mine who's like big ape. Like he's crazy. Like he just apes shit all the time. And even he was like, oh, but what if? I'm like, dude, shut up. He's like, but what? I'm like, take that PTSD, throw it out the door. You know, he's like, I still have that PTSD. And I think a lot of people still have it because ETH still hasn't made a high. I mean, ETH says 4K is amazing, right? You're going to love it at $5,000 on Christmas Eve as well. But like, I think it's because of those reasons, right? It's because it's heavily Bitcoin-led rally. I think if Mando was here this morning, he'd be talking to us about BTC dominance, right? Yeah. So I think it's probably because of that. But, you know, at some point, you got to let go of that PTSD and just, you know, accept the bull market into your heart and your soul.
So I wrote about this for the newsletter this morning. I'll share a couple of quotes. So one just from Trump. These are comments from last week. We're going to do something great with crypto because we don't want China or anybody else, not just China, but others are embracing it. We want to be the head. So like that's his new mantra, right? He's going to continue to bull post it. We have Tony Sycamore, an investment analyst, saying we're in blue sky territory here. The next figure the market will be looking for is 110,000. The pullback that a lot of people were waiting for just didn't happen because we got this news. And then I think probably the most important signal was from Lucas Schweiger. He's a digital asset research manager at Bank Signum. He said campaign promises to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet might be viewed as political posturing, but the Crypto Advisory Council proposal, along with the rumors of Trump meeting several heavyweights of the crypto industry, such as Brian Armstrong, sends a signal that the new admin is paying serious attention and sees the opportunities for the U.S. economy. And I think that is changing my mindset a bit too. So I think there was a point in time where I thought perhaps it was just political posturing. Like when Trump gave the Bitcoin Nashville speech and it was fun, and he ended it with, go have fun with your Bitcoins. It kind of felt like he was there to just appease people. But now it actually feels much more serious to me. And like they are actively meeting with all these crypto leaders. He is appointing pro crypto leaders to serious positions in his cabinet. And it feels like a paradigm shift. It really does.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let me tell you something. For you were talking about boomers entering the Bitcoin markets. One thing's for sure, this morning they woke up and they're entering the Fartcoin markets. As Fartcoin actually just became the biggest AI coin.
It's up there. I think Virtuals is still above it, technically.
Okay. I just went off of this like Cook tweet because I guess there's no virtuals in that category in there, but
okay. Wow. So let's say a 16Z.
It did.
And it's just, man. I think I said this Friday. I'll keep pounding the table. That's fine. This thing gets funnier the higher it goes.
I mean, what a candle this was, right? Wait, so someone dumped like $2 million in one clip, and then
yesterday, 2 million, like full stack FSH, 2 million. It touched 500 million. and then it just reversed with a $350 million monster.
71% candle on the back of it. That's like, I mean, obviously you can't really catch that, right? That way. But, so realistically, you catch it like here, but it's still like 40%.
600 was the buy level all weekend. Actually, Mando said that to us, right?
He did. He literally did.
That's where you are meant to buy. Those were his exact words.
Yeah.
And if you bought there, you're happy. Man, I've been thinking a lot about this. The cries of Fartcoin being the coin of the cycle are getting louder, and people are starting to believe it. And my mental model is it does a whiff-like run into Q1, where it goes to 3 to 5. And if you look at the meme coin board right now, it is open air between Whiff and Bonk at 3 and Pepe at 10.
So that's what we were talking about, right? So Friday night, obviously, we did a little night stream, which for those of you who asked for more, you're gonna get a bunch this week probably. So like we were like, it was like you, me. I mean, you hopped in for a little bit, then Mando and I were like on for 3 hours, Wiz, KBM, and stuff. But like one of the stuff that we talked about a lot was like, so what is gonna be the next like? Because nobody's dethroned that like Whiff and Bonk play yet, right? On the Solana side, like Popcat has had immense trouble at these levels, like insane. Like it's just not, going higher here. It probably will, but it hasn't. Peanut, Goat, and Chill Guy, because I'm looking at the comments, still haven't. And like Peanut and Chill Guy here obviously are getting hurt by this CND thing. And then, Mando seems to think Goat is the one. Obviously my portfolio agrees with him, though. I was kind of annoyed because like we were on the way to $1 billion the other night, and I don't know why, like we're back down hammered to like sub 800 million again. Story of this Goat bag. The thing with Goat, when it rips, it's gonna rip. But like, what coin do you think? In chat, I'm curious what you guys think in the comments. What's gonna be the Solana coin? It has to be Solana that breaks that level, or is it just not gonna happen? Like,
I guess the risk, perhaps, I don't know if risk is the right word, but there is a Solana coin that's probably going to break that, and it's Pingu, and it's going to open there tomorrow. So I guess Pingu is trading at 5 billion right now on pre-market. And yes, pre-market grain of salt, but it did $1 million in pre-market volume in the past 24 hours. So that's not 40K in volume, right? Like that's more volume than all the runes did. So, and we quote runes market caps, right? So like, I think it's going to be volatile tomorrow. It wouldn't be surprising if we open 40% lower than that and it goes to like 3, even 2.5, wouldn't surprise me, but I don't think it's opening at $1 billion.
I mean, at this stage, we can make predictions if we want, obviously, because I don't think we'll be able to make them tomorrow on the show, but like, yeah, because it's going to be live. Wow. All-time high, dude. Fuck me. Come on.
Yeah. I want to talk about, I want to come back to ETH too, when we have a second.
Yeah, let's go. So let's just finish this on Pingu because it's tomorrow. So they announced today, right, that it's going to open up with Binance right off the bat. I think that was kind of obvious. Like I don't think they would have done anything smaller than that, right? I'm not surprised if even it gets Coinbase down the line, et cetera, which is huge news. Starts trading for spot tomorrow at 1400 UTC, which I believe is 9 a.m. right? 14 UTC. 9 a.m. Eastern. So an hour before the show. Then obviously we'll all be on the show here. What are your predictions? So I was saying on Friday night. So bear, base, bull. I want to see comments here from what y'all think. So my bear case is 1 billion open, is $1 billion, and anything under $1 billion, I will be max bidding at the detriment of my other bags. It is what it is. My base case is 5 bill. I know that sounds crazy or something. I genuinely think it's $5 billion token. And then the bull case, I mean, you got to go absurd, right? Because that's your bull case. It's like $20 billion. You know what I mean? Like you got to go big. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think my original mindset was like this could open up at like 500 million, and I think people will be racing to buy at that number, which is partially why I don't think it really goes underneath that. I mean, the bear case is some, bad macro event happens, like perhaps the Fed doesn't cut rates, perhaps something weird happens with the drones. I don't know, but something shakes the market. And it ends up being a bad day to launch, which I don't think that's going to happen. But that's a bear case. I think my neutral case is now 2 to 2.5 billion. And
okay.
Bull case, like near term, is 5+, and then long term.
No, you got a bull case. You got to go bull. You Hail Mary.
Yeah. I think it goes higher than ApeCoin did.
Yeah. So what was ApeCoin? I went to $26. I forget what the FDV was at 26.
I think that was 26 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What's
So I
ApeCoin
think
at? One
go
and a
higher.
half? Oh.
I mean, so it's ApeCoin is still 1.8 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. How much are Pudgy penguins at right now? 100 and it's so funny how KBM ripped $100,000 penguin the other day on the show, and he's still up. On like, how crazy is this market, dude? That you buy a $102,000 JPEG, and it's up on the Monday. You don't see that often, man. That's a bull market thing, right? Like it's pretty wild.
This is bull market numbers. I mean, 24,000 ETH traded in Pudgies in the last 7 days. So it looks like someone just dumped a lot. So we might be going a little bit lower just near term, but they're at 32 ETH right now. So that's
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see some retracement on the penguin assets tomorrow morning.
that's 125K per Pudgy, which was a number, man, that was hard to fathom a year ago, unless you were like a real true believer, right? And
Yeah.
So my current hot take, maybe it's not that hot. I think it's going to be volatile. I think we're going to see the sharp dip when the token comes out. I think we're going to V-shape recover, and I do think we'll hit new all-time highs post Pingu.
Huh. All right. Well, let's see what happens then. Anyway, so let's talk about Ethereum, right? Because this one's that we've been saying it a lot on the show. Like, pay attention. What's the other asset that has institutional capital flowing in besides Bitcoin, and it's Ethereum, right? And now you have the president to be's team that is max bidding on chain. Ethereum, Aave, Ondo. I mean, World Liberty Finance is literally an Ethereum protocol, right? It's literally an Ethereum project, right? And now you have all of a sudden like these inflows that are absolutely insane. You can find on dgens.finance. It's what we use as a tool to track everything, by the way. But now they're big. So ETH hit 4K yesterday. Now what?
Now what's going to happen? I mean, I think the inflows are just going to accelerate. I think that's the bull case for ETH in the near term. And I don't know. I shared the bet on Twitter yesterday. ETH all-time high in 2024. You can get it at 19% right now. 5-to-1 return. You need a 20% move. I like that. Like, I mean, it's definitely a long shot bet, right? Like it's definitely a dog, but to get a 5-to-1 return, if ETH pumps 20% from here Bitcoin clearly is going higher. And it seems like the BlackRock has moved on to buying ETH. Like they're not stopping buying Bitcoin by any means, but it looks like, I mean, if you look at the ETH, I mean, look at the flows, right? Like the last 10 days were the biggest in history.
Yeah. It was a lot. I mean, look at all December, like December 3rd, 132, then 167, 428, 83, 147, 305, 102, 273. Those are millions, right? So it's a lot. By the way, just FYI, we're aware that Twitter's down. Actually, Twitter went down. Like all of Twitter had an outage. My Spaces still says it's live though. If you're on Twitter Spaces specifically, not the broadcast, give me some thumbs up if you can hear me. Because I know it says it's down for you guys, but I'm still rolling here. And also, YouTube is always up. Love Elon, but we're live on YouTube every day on the Rug Radio YouTube. So make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube because we're live there. Just look up Rug Radio. Look up Rug Radio on YouTube. We are live there. And then Tim's gonna make a post about it. But let's you can find us on YouTube very easily all the time. Okay, so they can hear me on Spaces. Cool. I got some thumbs up. Okay, we're good. Sorry, Tyler. Just had to fix this. Yeah, just refresh your Twitter. It's so funny that Twitter went down. The drones.
This is what we do not need right now. Like everything is good.
What happens to crypto if all of
if the drones take out Twitter, we might see some near term. Well, actually, I mean, it might just be a reminder of how small the crypto Twitter bubble is compared to the larger crypto user base. Who doesn't know what we do on a daily basis.
Oh my God. Dude. Anyway, so what were we saying? We were talking about ETH. Yeah. So what do we think here? What do we? I think I'm like kind of shocked that it's like not performing well versus Bitcoin here. Not gonna lie, but I guess we should have expected that.
We have 10 more ETF trading sessions probably before the year ends.
Yep.
If the flows accelerate, I think we're getting to 4,400 minimum.
Yeah.
think there's a shot we go to all-time high.
This is crazy though. Like every time you think it's gonna reverse here, Bitcoin just comes in and steps up and just takes over all the attention. There's this bet here, right? Ethereum all-time high in 2024. I'm tempted. Like what do they consider all-time high here? Oh, 4868.
Yeah, that's a big number, right?
I thought it was 4600 in my mind. I don't know why.
A full 20% move is big.
Yeah. Sure. It's 20% move. Is it though? Like in a bull market, 20% move on a major is like.
I mean, just catch on. Bitcoin's up 7.5% on the week and ETH's up 1.5. So
I know
it's got 6% just to catch up.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, of course, it's less and less likely by the day here.
Yeah. It's crazy because then tomorrow, like, we'll see like some catalyst and then ETH will be at like 4,300 and be like, fuck, it's actually happening. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like 20% is like someone said, 20% is like one good day of work in a bull market. Like, that's not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I almost want to take that bet for fun. You don't have to do size, right? Like, I almost want to take that market because, like, look, $1,000 to return 5K. I've taken worse bets. You know,
same. It's a fun bet. It's gonna be fun to root for. I might have to join you on that one.
Yeah, maybe we take it. Fuck it. That way, it makes something fun until the end of the year. It could make something. But clearly, the market is heavily dictated by Bitcoin here. Like even Solana, like mind you, is not performing very well, right? Like it's just hovering in that 215 region nonstop here. It's chopping up a bit. But obviously, like I think hype came in and took a bit of energy away from the soul trade. Like a lot of people like trading hype right now. Etc. So
yeah, if you look at the flows, there's a lot of Solana money flowing to hype.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean, it's always like that, right? Like that's the thing. And by the way, I love hype. I miss the trade, but I think it's the fucking sickest thing to have happened in crypto this year. Like one of the best things to happen. And like I think it's super important to support it. But like it's always the same thing, right? Like Tron memes were hot, and then everyone moved from Tron to Solana, from Solana to Tron, and like BSC, and then mind you, like. Now it's hype. People will probably stay on hype really quick because God, that tool is so good. Have you tried hype? It's so good.
I have, yeah.
It's so good. It's perfect. It's a perfect product. But I think what's gonna happen is that the attention always flows back to Solana for some reason, man. Look, Pingu tomorrow. Where's Pingu? It's Solana, right?
I'm still bullish Solana. I actually had a long conversation with a couple of trading buddies.
Yeah,
a couple of drinks on Saturday, and I mean the bull case for Solana is like, I mean, everything that's happening on ETH is largely also happening on Solana plus more, plus like retail and consumers, like they are going to Solana. Like that is an objective fact right now, and it's got DPEN, it's got RWA, it's got those sectors. AI is clearly choosing Solana. I mean, Virtuals is on base, sure, and that's the number one. But I feel like most of the action in AI is on Solana. Devs are going to Solana. I don't know. I am not a Solana bear.
It's impossible to be.
We have the unlocks coming, right? I think that's probably what's weighing down price action a bit.
Yeah.
Right now. And it's also up just a ton from a price action standpoint. But I mean, I feel like Solana's like my home base. Like that's where I'm mostly active.
That's cute.
And I don't think that's changing.
Yeah. It's definitely what's been going down. Anyways, so on this question here, like and then I definitely want to talk about NFTs with you for a little bit. So what exactly is happening in the United States of America? Like, what's with these drone stuff? Like, I know this is not coded. You guys are gonna use this clip. I get it. I'm already getting like all these meme coins like around drones, like saying I'm coding the whole spaces. But or use it, mind you, fuck it. But so what the hell is going on in the States, dude? Like,
I haven't really been paying attention to it or diving into the conspiracies much. I think early on I thought it was just like people misreporting like airplanes and whatnot. It seems to be more than that. I've read some theories that it's like government testing drones because like the future of wars will likely be drone wars, and perhaps the U.S. is behind, so they're ramping up training and they're just doing drone training. in the U.S. Airways.
So, do you want
I
to
don't
laugh?
think it is.
The other day in our chat, right? And you're in there, and Deez was like, "No idea, it's not a problem in Ohio." There is a breaking news right now saying mystery drones over New Jersey and nearby states. Drones shut down Ohio Air Force Base for hours.
Oh gosh.
I just sent that headline to Deez. I'm like, "What did you say about Ohio?"
Yeah, that's not great. Like, recommend no more news like that. Like, let's not have the drones shutting down Air Force bases.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so funny, man. Like, what do you guys think is happening? Here in New Jersey, so Waves of Wang is in New Jersey. He's saying here in New Jersey, Joe's are going crazy. Please talk about ordinals. Yeah, one second. I'll get to NFTs. I got you, my puppets. I got you. I still have all my puppets, fam. One second. We'll talk about ordinals in a second. What? Someone's saying they're looking for a nuke. What? Hey, yo, chill. Nuclear sniffing drones. Is that what you guys think? I don't know. Is it bring a lot of? Wow, we have a lot of Jersey fam here in the chat. So what's going on, man? Like, I saw a video of motherfuckers like shooting at drones in the hood.
Wild. This is madness.
Dude. Oh my god. I don't know, man.
Markets are totally shaking it off, right? So like that's a signal to me that it's not anything serious.
Oh my god. Dude, that is so good. That is so good. I love that. Anyway, so there's that. So whatever you guys think is, I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think is happening with these drone situations. I just think it's hilarious.
Yes.
They're looking for nukes. Consensus so far is that they're looking for nukes. So what are they, like Russian drones? What do we think? What do not feed them? So funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. All right, let's talk about NFTs. Like NFTs is like it. Like we're back. We are so fucking back. And I mean, there's nothing that tells you we're back more than Gary Vaynerchuk pulling up on the timeline and buying nothing else but a cool cat on a fine Sunday evening. I mean, Tyler, dude, this is my Super Bowl. This is like, I think I got tagged like 500 times last night. I was like losing my shit. Like this is the best thing to have happened on the timeline for me. I just think it's hilarious, right? It's funny. I checked. I found a cool cat in a sell wallet. I have a cool cat in the Farokh wallet. I have a cool cat in the Farokh ball. So I have 3 cool cats. I'm like, let's fucking go. So I mean, Tyler, are we so back or what?
I can't believe that we spent the whole bear market thinking about how this run would be so different. And it's exactly the same. Gary Vee buys an NFT and then everyone races to follow him. And cool cats pump 100% off the bottom. And it's a collection that's, hasn't done a whole lot during the bear, but people don't care because Gary bought it. But we're not here to rain on anyone's parades. It was just an incredible day. And I mean, ETH is at $4,000, right? And I remember very vividly in 2021, the biggest concern was like, what happens to NFTs when ETH goes to 5K or 10K? Like they're all going to get nuked against ETH, right? And now ETH is grinding up. It's 20% off all-time highs, and NFTs are soaring in ETH terms. So we have 6 NFTs that are up 100% or more, including Rug Genesis NFTs up 100%.
Oh, we are flying
100% on the day. We've got, let's see here. So Oni Force up 80%.
See, the same thing.
75%.
The same thing. The same NFTs.
It's all the same stuff that everyone knows.
Look at the top 10. I feel like I'm in 2021. Pudgy, Lil Pudgy, Azuki. I'm not too sure what the V thing is. I'm not going to lie. Sorry if I sound ignorant. I haven't followed. Azuki Elementals, Cool Cats, Doodles, Bored Apes, Mochaverse. I mean, that's a newer project, but whatever, because they are listed a bit so that the token went up like 300%. And Beans. Like, and then what? Pudgy Rods, Mutant Apes, Sappy Seals, V Friends, Punks, Millie. Like, this is 2021 screenshot right there.
It was so fashionable to think that it was going to be new collections that would run in a new NFT market and not the old stuff. And sorry, it's the old stuff. And so I think yesterday was just like everyone's going to buy everything on the board and hope for like a rebound. I feel like the bigger trade right now is the next token trade. So I think that's why Azuki and Elementals are some of the bigger movies. Azukis are at 11. I mean, those are $45,000.
They got anime coin coming, right?
Exactly. I think some folks think Doodles will perhaps have a token. I have no
so
insight.
too. I think as well, yeah.
That
I have no insight either. By the way, I'm just saying I will speculate that Doodles have a token for sure.
I think the Elementals at 1 ETH. I actually looked at those this week and I was like,
what a
this
trade!
Is probably the best trade on the board.
Yeah.
Elementals.
I mean, you know what the best trade on the board was, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, that's another one. So I was telling some of the homies in the chat, like I really like looking at the stronger communities with lower floor prices that stayed around during the bear and have folks who aren't just going to sell the first pump. So like your MFers, maybe Nakamigos, maybe Cryptodes, Tempers, like the folks who were there, who have those like more hardcore communities. And those aren't token plays. Those are more collectible plays. But I think those, I don't know, I like that lens on this. I don't know what's going to happen from here. Because I feel like the Azuki move is pretty big at this point. They basically doubled. Still a lot of open air between 11 and 30. You probably want to see those continue to grind up, and Elementals continue to grind up for some of these others to continue this momentum. I do think people who were momentum trading Pudgies are clipping out 30 sales, and I think a lot of them probably rotated down on the board.
Of course, nobody's cashing out, brother. No one's cashing out.
Now's not the time just to cash out.
No one's cashing out. Do you know one person around just cashing out? I'm trying to find fucking cash in my wallet, in my couch, dude.
Yes.
Nobody cashing out. It's like, is that season? I'm not saying you shouldn't. And by the way, like, then I want to share a post by Flood earlier saying, like, if you've made life-changing money, change your life. But I'm saying, I don't know a single person right now think cashing out.
I wonder. So, okay. So my mental models are fluid and evolving. So my original mental model was that NFTs would have a pump at the end of the crypto pump. So I was thinking more Q4 2025. They're playing out now. I'm wondering, are we getting kind of I'll call it the head fake pump from meme coins Q4 2023 to Q1 2024, where we saw pretty big pump and then just totally quiet for 6 months and then a bigger pump. Like, is that the setup?
I mean, I think let's keep it simple. December 2020, December 2024. Like, so far, it's actually weird how it's like a weird episode of like Black Mirror we're living. Like, we are like mirroring last cycle, maybe a little further. So I made a tweet right the other night saying that like Bored Apes haven't minted yet. And I meant that. Like, I think maybe Pingu, like tomorrow morning, could be the Bored Ape mint equivalent of last cycle. I know it's a coin, I know it's not an NFT, but like, I don't know. Like, there's I don't know. There's I think eBrink just made a really good comment, right? He said, we are getting the old Project TGE pump. We will probably see a whole new class of projects get created in the next year. He ain't wrong, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, people are going to see the money flowing around and be like, okay, we should launch it.
You have all the AI founders now pivoting to crypto. Then you're going to have all the different founders. Like, everyone's pivoting back. Like, NFTs being back is big because you're bringing out a whole class of people that got burnt the most. Like, the people that were trading the trenches, they've been here 3 cycles, 4 cycles, 5, like, they've been around, right? Whereas the people that have conviction in crypto. But now all the MFers that thought that their NFTs were dead, we just talked about this, right? All the same shit is pumping. So the guys that bought Cool Cats at 10 ETH, the guys that bought Doodles at 20 ETH, I know we're far from there, but these people have that hope again, saying, wait, we're at the beginning of this thing. Bitcoin's 100K and my bag is up another 10x. Like, wait, what? So all these motherfuckers are coming back.
And I don't think they're going to sell.
They're not going to sell because now they are moon boys. They hold this entire time. Let me ask something. Let's say you had like 10 Cool Cats. You just saw them pump. You saw these posts, saw Gary post. I'm posting, y'all remake my video at 10 ETH. Are you selling your Cool Cat? I don't think so. But you're definitely back and you're going this way saying, anything going on here? Or what's happening? Or like, This whole, I mean, like any news, no giga, no cool cats. But it's like this whole other thing, right? And we all know, you and I, what's gonna be this cycle's NFT collection. Do you know what it is, Tyler?
Bats cats.
Bats cats, baby. Bats cats. You know the vibes. But you know what I mean, Tyler? It's like we're in this like paradigm, and a lot of people. Kelio is requesting to speak. Fuck yeah, baby. Let's get him on. But I think, yesterday people are like, oh, Gary V, top signal. No, dude, you don't understand. Like, Gary V is notoriously fucking good. Hate him or love him. Good at knowing when to enter a market and when to leave it.
Yes.
Motherfucker cooked like 100 mil last cycle. You know what I mean? Like, there's like 5 biggest winners last cycle. It's like Board Ape Founders, Gary V, Guy Siri, and Beanie. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? Or in the OpenSea founder that left, right? Alex, homie. Good for him, right? Took it from 0 to 1, and made a ton of money and then billion. That's what people don't understand. Gary V entering the market again is not a bottom sign, but it's a signal that we have moved to a new inning, Tyler. We have left the first inning. The first inning is finished.
Mm-hmm.
We are now at the beginning of the second inning. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I have people in my replies asking if this NFT pump meant we were at the top. And it's like, this is the first week we've had NFT pump in 2 years.
Bucks are not even, bucks are 150K, bro.
It's not a farming pump. It's not. That's the thing. We have to discount everything that happened with Blur because it was all artificial.
It was all shit. It's not this shit now. But now we're maybe farming a little OpenSea, right? Like
a little, but like, I mean, look at the numbers. Like people are still buying on Blur because that became their home base.
Yeah.
I'll look at the percent. So OpenSea did.
What's the website again?
Million. Here, I'll send it to you.
What's the website called again? I forget it.
I like this Dune dashboard. I'll send it to you.
No, there's a website that gives you volumes on all the fucking.
Oh, TXO.
TXO.com. Let's check it out. Kalios, hang tight, baby. Hang tight. I'm coming to you. But look at that. TXO, top marketplaces here. It's Blur now. Holy shit.
Blur's 2-1.
Blur is back on top.
So they're saying 90 million. That's more than I'm seeing elsewhere. So I don't. But wow, if that's true, that's a lot.
True if real.
But that just shows you, right? So, is the OpenSea farming, like I've been buying NFTs on OpenSea again, but they were NFTs I was going to buy.
We don't know if there's a token yet. Sure, there's a Kimin Foundation. Pay attention if there's a BVI sub. For all the sleuths out there, the Kimin Foundation is the first step to a coin. The BVI sub. That's the real shit.
we had some fun with it. I don't know if it's real. But I mean, I do think like if you're going to buy an NFT right now, especially an expensive one, it probably makes sense to buy it on OpenSea.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So that's my new mindset.
Dude, we're so fucking back. Let me go to Kaleo real quick. Yeah. I mean, Kaleo, my brother, what do you make of all this? Where are we at?
Dude, first off, I think it's hilarious because even a week ago, I remember walking around to different people at the Rug Radio house and asking them what they thought. And the average pulse of the people that are in there, like, and these are all a lot of people with NFT backgrounds, was now they're not coming back. And I'd be the guy walking around and I'm like, dude, you're in. And I'm not going to name drop. I talked to people that had founded collections and asked them, what do you think? And they're like, it's a meme coin world now. And I'm just thinking,
they're
like,
so wrong.
People have PTSD because a lot of NFT NMFers, it's their first cycle that they ever experience. So they haven't seen what rebirth looks like market-wide in the crypto space. And this is such a new niche market. There are a lot of things we're discovering as far as what the NFT side of things is going to look like. Nobody is nearly bullish enough. No. I've been trying to say, like, this is going to be a $1 trillion plus market cap by the end of this all. People, even in the NFT space, I think I get more shit from people in the NFT space than I do outside of it because they haven't seen what this stuff does. So, like, I just tweeted this a bit ago. I think, Pudgies and Punks, you're looking at the top 2 NFT collections have a $1.5 billion and $1 billion market cap. And that's it. The entire NFT market cap space is at $10.5 billion for the total market cap. That's like one meme coin. Nobody understands what is coming. And like, you can sit there and try to sit there and drive this vision into somebody's head. But for most people, it's like, Santa Claus, seeing is believing. But like not everybody, once you hear the little bell, like, the Polar Express type thing, when you hop on the train, whatever. And once you finally say like, I believe, and you hear that bell, it is the most beautiful sound in the world for finally understanding what is coming and what is ahead of us. So again, nobody is bullish enough on what's happening. It's been something been preaching for a long time, and I feel like people are finally waking up. Y'all nailed it with the Gary Vee thing being first inning. I was doing a space last night. Somebody brought it up, and they're like, "Oh, Gary Vee's a top signal," and I'm like, "You only become a top signal.
Just don't call
when you're
Steve Aoki
successful
yet.
enough to do it." Yeah. Like, people forget that Gary Vee was one of the MFers that kicked off the NFT.
Bro, the CryptoPunks, the infamous call with Banks and fucking Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, where he got everybody fucking buying punks. Do you guys not remember?
As much as I don't think, I think he loses a little bit of that credit from the beginning. And as much as you want to sit there and say, "Oh,
of course.
he left," he's still going to bring back a bunch of retail normies with him, right?
Sure,
like.
His brand is still massive, bro. Like, dude, people simp for Gary Vee in the streets all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll defend Gary a little. Like, I went to VCon last year in 2023, and he was still working on his project. He's building children's books. He said, like, I'm just not loudly on the timeline. I'm just.
He announced yesterday the Tops collection, right? He came back, bought a few NFTs, and dropped an announcement, right? V-Friends and Tops are doing cards worldwide.
I missed that. Wow.
Yeah. So basically, they announced yesterday, like after buying and stuff, there was an article that came out that Tops and V-Friends are making cards here. Tops, V-Friends announced a new multi-year partnership. Okay. And then he said, "Can't wait for 2025. These in every card shop in America."
Wow.
I didn't love it. It's kind of big. Like, so that's the thing, Kaleo. Like, we're so obsessed in this industry of calling a top that, like, people don't understand. Like, there is like this thing happening right now, and let the record show, Pix Sorcerer, Pix on Chain. He went and did a poll, or like you did, Kaleo, but you did it in the DMs of 20 people. He asked 20 of us, how far in the bottom do you think we are? And only 2 of us called for the stone cold NFT bottom. It was me and Soul Jakey. Canadians in control, and it ain't Justin. And at the bottom, sorry, B-Check. Sorry, Wally. I'm going to have to call you all out here today. You can come on the show and talk if you want. But both of you motherfuckers are the NFT guys, and we're the least amount of conviction in NFTs bottoming. Both of you.
Well, it's because NFT guys, again, like I said, they've seen what meme coins can do. And the other thing about NFT MFers that, like, they forget about, because a lot of them weren't even here for it. Last cycle, around this time of where we were in the bull market, is when you had shit like Safe Moon and Cummies and all this type of stuff that were pumping off. So the memes were there. The memes were there last cycle, and they were taking off in the early innings whenever punks were just still kind of a mention, a taste on people's tongues. And, at this point, maybe Top Shot started creeping into people's minds. What is this thing? But as far as anything else really outside of that, apes hadn't been created, right? Like, meme coins, Pancake Swap were where the action was. And everybody said, no way that these NFT things can do well because they're too illiquid. Guess what's their narrative now? Except for NFT MFers are the ones saying it. And I've been trying to tell them, no, meme coins were the thing that preceded NFTs last time. Every single narrative that anybody has ever given last cycle for why NFTs are bullish, why is all of a sudden, nah, never mind. Like, we were wrong. No, you're a fucking idiot. You were right. You were right. Yes, they're going to be back, except for bigger, because if anything, there's more utility, there's more use case. The art
I love this.
is better. There's more history. There's more everything. So people, like, they don't understand how easy it is with NFTs to be able, like, we've seen a brief taste of it right now with how little capital injection it takes to really pump these things off the floor for solid collections that have survived this long. So it's like, this is a brief taste, and you see how people are slowly believing it and slowly saying maybe, and they're creeping back into it. at a certain point, by the time that you decide, man, actually, maybe this shit is back. Guess what, motherfucker? It's too late. Like,
I love this.
was
I
trying to
love
share
this.
some of that perspective. Like Pudgy is even on this crazy run. There's like 15 Solana meme coins with more daily volume, and just like random ones, like not even good ones. Like shitter of the day is seeing more daily volume than Pudgy Penguins. So I think there's room to run. Clay, I had to ask you a quick question, and then we'll come back to NFTs. You mentioned the comp to where we were at in the last bull run. What's your fart coin comp? I gotta get your thoughts.
understand if I lose y'all for a second, I'm up in the car. I got a dentist appointment I'm running to, so I got to switch.
Did you hear what Tyler said?
Yeah, I do. I guess I got to take out my AirPod pods because it connected to what's it called?
No, you're good. We hear you.
Apple CarPlay. Okay, sweet. So, yeah, I mean, here's the deal. There are so many more memes this cycle. People have bought in so much to the idea that memes can have value. We did not have that last cycle as far as anything is concerned with, like memes were still just an afterthought. Wait, can y'all hear me still?
Mm-hmm. No, perfect. It's perfect.
Okay, good. So yeah, memes were still an afterthought. Like they were a joke. This cycle, memes have finally been widely accepted to the point of like, okay, we understand why this has value now. That wasn't there last cycle. We had the Safe Moon, we had the Cummies. I would call Farokh like maybe a Cummies type thing. But the thing is, not even that. It would be a smaller pump on the earlier days because look at the relative market cap of these multi-billion-dollar memes that have really exceeded what Farokh has done. Farokh not even like in the blip of the picture for something that was relevant last cycle. That's why I'm saying this shit's going to be so much bigger than what anybody has envisioned, because if memes have proven what they can do to this point of the cycle, and NFTs were an afterthought, something that people hadn't even considered, NFTs are going to be so much bigger than what anybody could ever possibly grasp or imagine. I don't think that any of us can really even picture. I can't imagine. You know how bullish I am on everything. I cannot picture what the equivalent for this cycle is going to be with a lot of these historical collections that come back. We're not even in the phase where we're seeing new mints left and right. But yeah, Farokh equivalent, no clue, man, because that's the point. It's not even relevant enough to be a blip on the radar of what we saw last cycle. It's some random pancake swap shitter that's dead and gone.
Okay. Well, Tyler, I don't know if you were ready for that one, but Farokh, dude, I like the Cummies comparison the most, I think. And I think, Mando and Tyler was talking about like, is the cum rocket of the cycle like closer to, but we'll see how that one plays out. It's looking good out here. Wonky stonks, baby. If you want to partake in the Kaleo community NFT, I still have my wonky, baby. I still have my wonky. You know the vibes. I love that.
Bro, people they're not bullish enough on generative art either. There's a room, man. There's room.
Oh, I have two.
Will send.
I got two, baby. In the phone.
Back. It's all, everything is just, it's the top.
You're underexposed, Farokh. That's all I'm going to say. You're underexposed.
It's all just going to run back. It's going to be so obvious in hindsight.
Oh, I love this. Guys, I love this. Listen, it says 10:59. We're gonna have to cut it short here. Not cut it short, it's 11. But we're so back that I want to stream for like 10 hours straight. You know what I mean? Like we're that back. Like we're like at that level. Like this time last cycle. I mean, no, never mind. If this is December 2020 and not December 2020. I mean, if this is December 2020, man, oh my god, this is gonna be insane. If this is December 2020, I haven't joined yet. This is great. Think about it. If this is December 2020, Rugweedo is non-existing. I'm still on Clubhouse. Like this is where we're at. Like if you guys if many things like we're still December, Jan that time. Some perspective for you all as we leave you off. So, anyways, big show tomorrow morning as we'll be joined by nobody other than Luca Nets. Now that Pingu's been announced, we can drop that ball, baby. So Luca Nets will be on for Pingu Hour. Tomorrow's a big special. I'll post the show. Make sure you set your reminders. We may break X tomorrow morning. Pingu drops. Luca's coming on the show because we got to get him on Rug Radio, and then we'll be live. So anyways, Tyler, let's keep going, baby. See y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.